his album on May 31st, so we're like a week into it. You know, we've definitely had plenty of time to kind of go over it, see how we like it. I'm just like, how'd y'all boys like it?
I'm gonna let Sean lead on that. I want to hear his take first.
I honestly felt it was his most personal album yet, and I love it. I mean, it's 7 tracks. That's kind of my only beef on it, that it is just 7 tracks. There's not much room to have, like, you know, just non-quality songs. I do feel like it was a finished product, so I can always like admire something like that. It just felt like it was the album that he wanted to put out. From like talking to his wife and a special message to his daughter, and also addressing his character as well, and how he's bipolar and it's his superpower, like how he's using it as taking something negative and turning it into something positive. And I just think it's great. It's a good time for it. It's a good time for him to drop an album like that one, being personal, being that we got a 444 from Jigga, and I mean, like, they're, you know, in the same like generation or class of music. So it's fucking good, bro. I can't lie, bro.
So what are the high points? What are your high points?
The high points are, I must say, like, how he addressed like the bipolar stuff, like talking about like, I'm not in a sunken place, like, or if this is my sunken place and I'm straight.
Yeah.
You know, I think that was great, and that like, there's a lot of people who suffer from that. You know, there's a lot of people who suffer from that, or you know,
the sunken place or the bipolar?
From the bipolar, not the sunken place.
I was going to say, damn, we got to drop names.
I mean, another high point is definitely that 070 feature.
Yeah.
And the Kid Cudi being very much the Kid Cudi that everyone loves.
Yeah.
That's the sound I need.
Yeah.
And everything that like that, like drugged out, like hurt, pain.
Damn.
Kid Cudi.
That's sad.
But that's his dynamic though. That's what made Man on the Moon 1, Man on the Moon 2. Like that part of it is what, like, all right, when you connect to music emotionally, that's what like develops that bond between yourself and the musician or the music itself.
Yeah, but I mean, well, granted,
you don't
we
want
don't
it
know.
to.
Yeah, I don't even know if Cudi's in this drugged out state anymore. So
yeah,
like, but I know,
I'm just talking about sonically.
I know,
sonically,
that's what you want to hear, but maybe he can't make that music unless he's going through that.
But like, I think just like
I don't know. So I mean,
right. I think that when you get to a certain part, like a certain place as an artist, you can tune into that wherever that state you need to be in when you're in the studio. I think, but I think that when you know that's your sound, it's not hard to get there. But then again, I could be super wrong, because I don't make music. But I'm just saying, like, as you like get better at anything, it's easier for you to get to that spot and make that shot because you practice that shot and you make that shot all the time. Okay. So when you get to that spot, you know how the touch is when you shoot. You know how much you need to put on it.
Muscle memory.
Yeah, it's a muscle memory at that. That's how I would assume. But at the same time, I mean, these are all like assumptions and stuff. I just want to say, like, that's the Kid Cudi that I want to hear. Okay. That I believe that, in my opinion, he's at his best, and it's proven with his music and the way people react to it when he's there. That's awesome.
So does your rating on this, before we get into Ant, does your rating on this factor in the antics beforehand from Kanye?
Elaborate, like what antics? Like his
the slavery.
Come on, man.
Yeah, bro.
But
come on, like the slavery was a choice. Does that like all factor into the way that you're going into listening to this? I feel like it almost has to.
I feel like it has to.
So
I feel like he like that's the build up to it.
So then what were your thoughts going into it? Going into the album?
To be honest, because of like the way he spoke out and the things he said and what he's been doing, I tried to listen to the album as open-mindedly as I could. Mm-hmm. And I think
you should.
Yeah, because when you go into something with the connotation or just a certain background feeling, you're not gonna be able to absorb what the artist was really trying to give you.
Right.
So I tried to sit there and be like, yes, he has done X, Y, Z and said whatever, but this is his album. I want to listen to the album. I haven't got an album since 2016. It's only 7 tracks. I just heard his production on Pusha's album that was also quality. So I was okay. Actually, I was excited because remember you played the Pusha album
For you.
for me, and then Ye was like a couple days later.
Yes.
Santeria.
So yeah,
Yeah.
that was so. Actually, I was excited going into the album, but I was trying to also like ignore, all the hype and all the Ye antics that people just need to get used to at this point.
Okay. Ant, how'd you feel about the album? Because Ant even in the group chat said he's not answering no questions about the album.
So
until this show.
Okay,
so
we're
what's
not gonna
good,
hype
bro?
this up. We're not
So
gonna hype
I'm
this
No,
up.
we're gonna
I've
hype
been-
this up.
No, we're not
because
hyping it.
Everyone has asked you.
Just letting y'all know I'm interested.
I'm hyping it up because I want to know, and you didn't want to talk about it.
Well, first, I'm gonna pay a bill real quick. This video is brought to you by My Moisture. If you have thick, curly hair, as I do, you need to go out and get yourself that My Moisture with the coconut oil. You need the triple play: the shampoo, the conditioner, and the curl quencher. All right? If you want good, thick, nice curly hair like mine, go make that move.
We upped in the salon real quick for that one.
Hey,
man.
listen, bro, I'm just trying to pay our bills.
Hey, heard you.
Okay, so I have come to the point now when we're talking about things, big things like the Ye album. I don't like expressing my emotions before because I want to lay it all out so everyone can understand where I'm coming from. When it comes to the Ye album, I'm going to comment on a couple of things that you said, a couple of the things. When you say it's a finished product, I don't think it's a finished product at all.
Before you say that, before I got in the shower, he changed some of the lyrics on the album.
You changed the lyrics?
Yeah, and he says something about the slavery comments. It was Complex on Twitter that just tweeted it out or something. I retweeted it, and I said,
Big Boy.
huh?
Interview with Big Boy.
I didn't get to see that interview. Yeah, not
I
yet.
gotta go
Not
listen to
yet. I saw it and I was like, man, I know I want to sit down and really be able to unpack this video. But go ahead, Ed.
Okay, so even to comment on that, I don't think that you should put out music that isn't done yet, especially when it comes to some of the production and some of the vocals.
He added stuff.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. But I'm not big on albums being tweaked like that personally. I feel like it's an album. I only pay for it once, right? You know what I'm saying? I only buy it once. You put it out once and that's it. Like, I understand with streaming and stuff, but then make your
we're
album
at a different place
but
right
then
now.
make your album only available to stream then.
It's available to like buy though.
I'm pretty sure.
It's only digital though.
I'm speaking hypothetical. I'm saying if you
Okay.
can purchase the album,
Okay.
then don't make. I feel like that's if I purchase it once, that's what I get. I get that album. If it's only available to stream, then that changes my mind up a little bit. But I still don't feel like you should put out music that's not.
Okay, but like Sean said though, we're like in a different
We're
time.
in a
Like,
different age,
I don't
bro.
remember the last album that I really wanted that made a hard copy.
No, I'm not speaking hard copy. I'm thinking you can still purchase things digitally. You can still buy it digitally.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you but who's doing that? I mean, like let's just talk about like what it really is. I know there are people that still are buying it digitally, but like the
Because I still buy albums digitally.
to support.
Yeah, to support.
Yeah, but you
Because
supported them. So like why do you like I mean at the end of the day, like you have a streaming service and you buy it
Yeah,
digitally.
yeah.
So I mean honestly
I'm
like
not
what is
speaking
it?
of how it affects me. I'm just saying in general.
I know, but like how many people are doing that? Like I'm saying that percentage is so small that where people only buy it digitally and don't have a streaming service that I don't think that should really factor in.
I'm just saying if it's possible.
Because I feel like if he could change his words, like if he was sitting there and was like, damn, I should have just, because imagine like the slavery is a mistake or the slavery is a choice thing. If he could have just said a slavery mindset, how much different of a conversation you're having. Like, why would he not be, like, if he did say that on the album, why should he not be, and he was in a certain state, why should he not be able to get the opportunity to tweak that
you don't
one
get a lot
word?
of time to take back something. You don't get time to take back anything you said.
But especially in today's day and age. I mean, we had a whole conversation about this previously, where Kanye has to kind of be more responsible about what he's saying.
Right.
And I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder when I was a kid, so I understand the mindset that he can be in at times. Like I definitely know exactly what he's talking about. I related to a lot of the things that he's saying, but I do think that whether or not it's true or not, the way the public will perceive it, it's kind of sometimes a cop out to be able to blame your bipolar disorder on what you said and what you were feeling. Not saying that is wrong, but the public perception of it doesn't necessarily change because of that. No one's gonna be like, oh, well, Kanye was going through a moment when he said that, so we should forgive him. Most people are gonna look at it as they're still gonna have their same initial feelings that they had with it.
But has he said that was why he said that? Like,
No, I'm just stating.
You think that he's making the bipolar thing relevant because he said that?
I think that he recently got diagnosed with it. I think he got diagnosed with it at 39, didn't he? Wasn't that a recent diagnosis?
Yeah, but we don't know if that could have
That's what I'm saying. So he couldn't have used that previously because he may have not known he had it.
Yeah, because he probably never went and checked in to
Exactly.
see, like, because he could have had this when he was off the Henny that one night with Amber Rose. Like, with the Taylor Swift comments.
That's
like,
true.
This could have been something that he could have been.
Yeah, no, I doubt that came about at 39 years old. It's probably something that he's always had. And he never really knew that he had it. I was lucky enough to get diagnosed with that when I was about 10 years old. So I definitely understand the emotions. Obviously, I'm older now. I'm kind of past that stage in my life, and that's different. But really, I'm not big on the whole like tweaking of lyrics as much as open as you guys are personally.
I didn't know.
And it's different. Maybe as time goes on, it becomes more popular. Maybe I'll be okay with it. But I don't know. I just feel like you put out something for people to get into it. It's a little weird to go back to the, and I mean it like that. I scratched that whole thing and then I redid it.
Yo, it's more music, bro.
Okay.
That's how I see it. You're more music. If you have the opportunity in this day and age where technology is that advanced, where we're just streaming music, and you can go back and add a little something here, tweak a little something there.
I'm speaking lyrically.
For it.
I'm speaking lyrics. I'm speaking lyrically. Because I'm reading that he changed words. I'm speaking lyrically. Production-wise, I'm more open to that. I'm more open to that. Yeah, I'm speaking strictly lyrics.
Okay.
I'm speaking strictly lyrics.
That's kind of cap.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
Lyrics
I agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Go ahead about the album, though.
To get back to what I'm saying about the album, I personally don't feel like it's a finished product. I feel like there's a lot of things that are rushed. There's a lot of vocals that are rushed. It seems like portions of it he was just trying to get it out to, put it out. Overall, sound-wise, sonically, it's amazing. Overall.
I don't think something could be sonically amazing and you would be able to hear the stuff that's not finished.
Okay, I can tell you exactly what I think isn't finished, though.
Okay, what is it?
What's the No Mistake? He's dead in the middle of the verse, and then the song just comes back in. And then it's like almost like he's like mid-word, and he just stops rapping to let no mistakes, girl, still love that part. If you play it, like when he's almost at the end of his verse, the beat's like already just coming in. It almost sounded like it was not fluid at all. Like that seemed rushed, and like that shit, like I like that song, and hearing that part does bother me. Like when I know it's about to happen, like I can't vibe to it the same way.
With the goddamn, you're light skin, and you can hear it kind of coming in.
Can you pull it up?
I got it.
Do you think that's something like this?
But I feel like Kanye mentally, I don't think so.
Bipolar thing, because bipolar isn't it like a switch of emotions, like
really, really fast.
Like
bro, and
I think he can get away with saying that, but I don't think that was.
I think that
I think
7-track album.
I don't think that specifically was because because people who went to the Wyoming listening party the first time, like Charlamagne, I literally just listened to this. Charlamagne said that the album like is not anything the same as when before the slavery was a choice comment. So he changed the whole thing. So it had to have been rushed.
Yeah.
Unless these are beats that he already had and he rapped on. But like, if that was not the case, if those videos that we were watching him making these beats were them live right there, then it was rushed. Like it's clearly he didn't have enough time to, see that. And now I think by him saying he's bipolar, he can get away with saying that.
Yeah. Which again goes back to my point. Whether or not it's true or not doesn't necessarily make it okay.
Yeah. Like I can see, but like, I mean, I think that's one of the things that I think is flawed by that he can just get away.
Yeah, and it's easy to go back, and I think it's kind of unfair unfair to us as music listeners because we're so excited to hear things on the very, very first time when it first comes out. To then put out a product and not saying that this relates to Ye, I'm just saying in general, when it comes like tweaking music. You listen to the thing the first time, then you don't like it, and then that person then has the ability to go back, change a whole bunch of stuff to then tailor it to what people wanted to hear. Maybe.
Yeah.
That's not fair to people who actually spend 2 years, like my favorite artist Kendrick Lamar, who typically takes about 2 years to make an album. You could literally just put out something and then tweak it based on what people wanted, as time goes by. Not saying that that's what Ye is. I just feel like Ye was a finished product. He wanted to hit a deadline and he made sure to hit it. And it sounded like he had a different change of heart of what he wanted the album to sound like.
I mean, he took the picture of the cover art on the
45 minutes. Everything just seems rushed.
I think,
Yeah.
but I think that when I don't know,
I think
bro.
it's more
I just,
lyrically and vocally.
To say it's rushed.
I don't. That's why I'm saying.
It's so long. Like,
And
you
it's
do that.
7
Yeah, but-
songs.
Yeah, but
It's
that
7
goes.
songs.
But that adds to it. That adds to the fact that it could also be rushed because it's literally only 7 songs, and he changed it literally a couple days ago,
Yeah, bro, but
days
like-
previously. How could that not be rushed when it was made in a couple days? Yeah, he hadn't put out music in 2 years, but he made this album in a couple days.
You know, timeless music doesn't take long.
I'm not saying it's not timeless. I'm just saying that there are things that could have been edited that seem like he was like, I don't got the time to edit this.
Yeah, like right now we're just arguing over if it's like an 8 or a 10. Like these tweaks.
Yeah,
could
and
be
again,
like a 10
this all
type of
stems
thing.
from like what I was saying. The album, I said sonically, is phenomenal. I'm a big fan of shorter albums. I think I like albums to be typically around the 10-minute mark. I think 24 minutes is a
10
little
track.
short. Yeah,
10
my bad.
tracks.
10 track. I think 24 minutes is a bit short from an album. I typically want them to be about 40 minutes. I mean, but for what it is, it's awesome. Like it's an amazing album. I think my gripes with it, on the unfinished aspect to it, is vocally and lyrically. There are some things that I feel like could have definitely, benefited from a second take. There's things that I feel like he didn't have time to actually finish the lyric. I do think there's a couple lyrics, like a couple lines out here that are still kind of like, Life of Pablo-ish, like where he's not, the content's maybe not all there, But overall, I mean, I think the album's phenomenal, and I hope Kanye continues to build on this.
So, do you think that it being 7 tracks was just the overall theme of good music? Because I think everybody's doing 7 tracks in good music for this summer.
And if it is, I think Kanye set
Nas
that
is 7.
standard.
I think Nas's, Push's was already, Kanye's was, and I think this
Tiana
Taylor, and I think the Kid Cudi and Kanye one's going.
No, I think that's 13, bro.
I mean, you never know. I mean,
For what's stated,
from what has been stated, I did see
13
a board
tracks.
that was. Yeah, you're right.
If that's the route that he's going, then
But
cool,
maybe
that's
he's
awesome.
like on a lucky number, like positive vibe. I don't fucking know.
And I'm okay with 7 tracks if we're getting this much good music from good music. Like if we're getting in literally a 2 or 3 month span, we're getting a Tiana Taylor, we're getting a Pusha T, we're getting a Kid Cudi, we're getting a Kanye, we're getting a
Kid Cudi and Kanye.
Kid Cudi and Kanye. If we're getting that much good music where it's like it's flowing out all the time, I'm okay with 7 tracks.
I think this Kid Cudi Kanye is going to be very good, just for the simple fact that they had like a very heated beef over
Yeah,
the
that's
like the
facts.
Life
I
of
forgot
Pablo
about that.
thing.
I forgot
so the
about
fact that they fell off that heavy
Yeah.
to come back, like I feel like they're gonna really get out a lot of their gripes against each other, or just in general, it's just gonna be a good energy that they're putting into this.
I definitely think for me, one of the highlights of the album, and I think for most people, the highlight of the album, I think overall is the Shake feature. I think
Yeah.
just the way it comes in. I've listened to maybe 3 or 4 Shake songs previously. Never really moved
only
me,
heard that
but
one Fab
her
song.
voice on on that beat with that production
On Ghost Town.
on Ghost Town is just so fitting. Like it just sounds
And
so
that's
good.
why I don't. Yeah, let me get that.
But I think that Kid Cudi's vocal.
Do say is the shit. If I do say so myself.
Oh no,
Oh.
I will edit that out. Overall, I like Kid Cudi's. Kid Cudi's vocals sound good,
Live in
but I
effect.
definitely think that Kid Cudi's vocals could have benefited from a second take. Kind of sounds kind of grimy and stuff towards the end of it, like for sure. I'm not knocking it.
Yeah.
But listening to Kid Cudi when he first initially comes on it has me so excited for Kid Cudi in 2018.
For sure.